Hello, my name is Alex, and welcome to Journeys Through Time, my business experiences, the challenges and the solutions. And if you've not seen me before, please do like and subscribe and find out what the journey's been like so far. This is episode 36. And in the last episode, we were visualizing what the, you know, user experience is like that you help. Well, another area, not too unrelated to that, is what I describe as the power of feedback. So you know, why bother with feedback, eh? Well, essentially, it's all about measuring, isn't it? You need to know where you've reached and to uh, check that you've understood um, the information that is before you. If you're a sports person, well, it can mean the difference between winning and losing. It's also about whether you understood what your coach was telling you, and really uh, having hopefully gained knowledge, how effective are you now? Or is it a bit more nuanced? Because, whilst a sport may be about winning and losing, how effective are you now? Now that you've changed something, is it perhaps one specific element of your games that has changed, or is it more about strategy? Sometimes, of course, both the way you play the game and the strategy you use can be very much related um, to your opponent or opponents. And it's being willing to adapt the way you play and the strategy you apply. So let's look at it uh, from another situation, which is if you are mentoring or simply helping uh, somebody. Yeah. So when you are talking to them, it's about continuing the conversation, the relationship. Relationships are incredibly important in all situations. So one thing you want to be checking on is, did they hear all the information correctly? Did it make sense to them? Did they understand the purpose of the information that has been handed over? Because, you can take things in isolation, can't you? Uh, when it comes to understanding a specific thing or a specific set of actions that you might take in a given situation. But once you've understood, uh, let's say, a mechanism or a set of tasks, after that, it's really about how it relates to their current situation, their goals, the outcomes that they're looking for. So that's kind of the before. How are you going to apply? Then it's about applying because often, 99% of the time, information doesn't become real knowledge unless you actually apply it. So once you applied it, what was the effect uh, of the information, the strategy that you applied? Are you nearer the end result that you intended? Now, I very carefully posed that question because I don't think that when you do something, it is necessarily about delivering something uh, specific, unless, it's like, pick up the cup of tea in front of you, and, it's very specific and it's easy. But I think if you are delivering something of meaning, it's going, it also needs to be a little bit out of reach. There's more than one thing to do to achieve that goal. So whilst it's nice uh, to achieve a specific goal, most of the time, like when you're walking a mile, you're it's the process of walking that mile to reaching that destination. So asking someone, how far they are on a journey is, an important step to be, important question to be asking. And does it, or will it, and more importantly, has it generated a different set of questions having applied it? Because it's all very well your mentor, your teacher, your trainer, the person you're collaborating with, they can say, uh, if you do this, it's going to create a certain, it is going to create a certain set of circumstances. But the thing is, everybody is different, and therefore, um, the result can be very much linked to the individual. So it's important to understand that there are differences between people, and the way you apply something makes you think differently too. And with that in mind, it's a bit like the Beatles song, if anybody's old enough to remember them. That they had a title called The Long and Winding Road. And in this respect, I think it's about, remembering the 1, 2 thing, the 1, 2, 3, which is clarity, outcome, and managing your outcomes. So in a feedback scenario, it is checking in that the person you are helping is still clear. They have clarity on the direction that they're taking. They are clear what the outcome, they remain clear of the outcome that they wish to achieve. So the outcome is usually both further away physically and usually in time. Yeah. But the third thing is always the most interesting, which is actually managing uh, your expectations around outcomes. And it's all about being okay with the outcome being a little different to what you expected it to be. Because it's not only what it is, it's what it does for you. It's how you feel about it. Um, it's if you're buying a car, yes, you're buying a physical object with hopefully enough wheels to be stable. But how owning a car is just, one part of the process. It's what the car does for you, how it makes you feel, how often you use it. Will you be on your own? Will you have other people with you? So your outcome can take many forms. So the whole feedback process is measuring the desired result versus the actual result. So in a future episode, I may concentrate more on the person receiving the information, but feedback is a two-way street, and it's all about maintaining conversations and being honest with each other, because that's when the most progress is made, and plus the application of information, which turns into knowledge. Okay, so next episode, we'll be talking about another subject. See you soon.